You're watching Daytime Tea Time with Candice. It's time to pour this tea, stir this tea, and sip this tea. Let's get right into it. Alright everybody, welcome to Daytime Tea Time. If you're new to my channel, my name is Candice. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will always know when I upload. Okay, so we have a few things to talk about. I've been missing a lot of topics, so I'm gonna try my best to talk about a few things. But before we do that, I wanna shout out my girl, Keita. On Instagram, you can find her at Kids Braids for Days. She specializes in braiding children's hair, but she also services adult clients as well. As you can see, she got me right, y'all, with the braid. She done gave me a little hair, y'all. I'm over here acting up with all this hair. So hit up my girl Keita if you need your hair braided in the Atlanta area. And shout out to Gabrielle Union for this pretty outfit. Okay, so let's start with Steve Harvey. Y'all, people are over here spilling his tea to me, but it's good tea, okay? They spilling good tea. Allegedly. I don't have no proof. I don't have no receipts, no nothing. But I was told by way too many people that Steve Harvey is absolutely moving his Steve Harvey show to Facebook Watch. Allegedly. So some behind the scenes people told me some things. And a lot of fans hit me up and told me that they attended an event at Tyler Perry Studios this past Wednesday. So I was told at Tyler Perry Studios this past Wednesday, there was a live recording with the studio audience filming the Steve Harvey show that is supposed to be on Facebook Watch. Y'all, they said it was so full that they had to put some people backstage to watch it on TV. Some of those fans was like, I showed up with my ticket just to go backstage and watch it on TV. That's how full the audience was. So allegedly, Jada Pinkett Smith is not the only celebrity that's gonna be partnering with Facebook Watch. Now Steve Harvey going over to Facebook Watch, allegedly. And if y'all remember in one of my old videos, I said that I suspect that's gonna happen. When Steve Harvey got fired and he lost his show, I was like, he probably just gonna come to the internet because the internet is where it's at. The internet is where we are watching everything. So I'm not shocked, but I'm nosy. I wanna know what's going on. So they shot the test run of the show at Tyler Perry Studios. So I want to know, was Tyler Perry just letting you use his studio as a place to test it out? Are you working with him? Are you going to be filming right here in Atlanta? Or are you going to film at your house like Jada Pinkett does on the Red Table Talk? And is the show going to be different than it was on TV? I have so many questions, but since this information was leaked to me, we don't even know if it's 100% true. But I believe it because there was a lot of fans telling me that they were there and they watched the show and the producers told them this is a test run for a Facebook Watch show. So I don't know, you guys, this is all alleged, but comment your thoughts below. If Steve Harvey goes to Facebook Watch, will you be watching? And if so, what type of show would you want him to do on the internet? The same show he did before or something new? Let me know your thoughts. And also make sure y'all all hit up Tyler Perry Studios since he letting people use their studio.
The hell I am? I'm the hell now.
Hold on, let me talk to him. Tyler, so you letting people use the studio. Can we film my show at your studio? I'm trying to film the Candid Candice show and Daytime Tea Time at Tyler Perry Studios. So y'all hit up Tyler Perry and tell him I'm trying to record at the studio, okay? We trying to upgrade for 2020. I believe in speaking things into existence. Y'all better not hate on me. Mention Tyler Perry and let him know y'all want the Candid Candice show and Daytime Tea Time filmed at his studio. Put it up in the air, I believe it.
My soul cries out hallelujah. Thank God.
But anyways, let's move on to Offset being hacked on Twitter and Instagram. I won't even talk about that for too long. My opinion is short and simple. I believe it. I believe he was hacked. The man done cheated a lot of times. But with the woman who's suing his wife for $2 million, y'all think he crept up in her DMs of all the women? That girl is suing his wife for $2 million. She got Tekashi 6ix9ine's face tattooed on her like 5 times. And y'all telling me that he shot his shot at her? I don't believe it. But anyways, moving on, the last thing I want to talk about is OG versus Evelyn Lozada. But more so, I want to talk about OG. Because you guys, I didn't even watch this season of Basketball Wives. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. I saw the clips on Instagram. I went to the show to kind of watch some of it, but I didn't watch the show. So honest to God, I didn't even know who OG was. But y'all, she did an interview, and when I tell y'all, that interview was so good. in an interview with Kendra G on 107.5 WGCI. I had never heard of Kendra G and I didn't really know much about OG, and y'all, that interview was everything. The interviewer Kendra G asked the best questions. Like, she asked all the best questions and OG answered them perfectly. I'm gonna show you my favorite clips, but before I do that, I know why people don't like OG. It's not because she dark skinned, it's not because they think she ugly. I think people don't like OG because she's very, very intelligent. And a lot of people do get intimidated by intelligent people. I'm just saying. When you watch the clips, you'll get what I mean, but I think that some of those women on the Basketball Wives were intimidated by OG's intelligence. But anyways, if you guys didn't know, there was a lot of controversy between OG and Evelyn Lozada on Basketball Wives. There was a lot of colorism going on, people calling OG a monkey, saying she looked like a monkey, Evelyn Lozada using the N-word, a whole bunch of colorism going on. So after the backlash, Evelyn Lozada responded by saying that she can say the N-word because she's from Brooklyn, she's from New York, and she's Afro-Latina. Well, OG has spoken out for the first time. Check out some of these clips and then I'm coming back with some more.
Went through with you, but I still felt as though they were perpetrating you as this most aggressive woman because you were a darker skin tone. And that is considered to be colorism.
Right.
And people don't think that. Now I want to ask you this, because there's people I have had this conversation with that are, we're both chocolate girls, but there's people that are darker than me that don't think that what you went through is colorism. And they feel as though you are utilizing the word colorism just to get people like myself and other people emotionally attached to it, and then to kind of be a part of Team OG. What do you say to the people that don't feel as though you went through colorism?
They're entitled to their feelings, okay? But what those people don't have is an analyzation firsthand. You're not there the entire time for the X amount of hours and minutes we are filming. You get a condensed version of what is portrayed based off of whose narrative. It's not my narrative. I don't have executive producer on the back of my name. I don't have an influence on the cast or to be a part of the team where I get to say, ooh, cut out this part where my stomach looks fat and put a highlight on my face right here. And you know what? I did kind of act out of turn, because there were plenty of times where other cast members who look like they're innocent, wild out, and you never saw it. Perfect example. If I'm so aggressive, wouldn't you have more of an array of instances where, here we go, here's another thing. If that's the narrative you wanted to go, cool. You like it, I love it. You want to paint me as an aggressor. Where's the footage? The one footage they chose to show was one time I got up and I went to address Phoebe, okay? And what was happening prior to that moment? You only had 2 seconds of footage, but where is the lead up? Do you think that people will wake up and say, I'm gonna come into set and just fuck this shit up and just, I'm gonna cuss her out? No, I was so quiet while I was demeaned, while my ethnicity was demeaned. I was called gorilla, I was called monkey, I was called ugly. My man was called
gorilla and
Phoebe, okay? And the ensemble cast was there present. So I would have loved to have seen that entire scene so that everyone else would understand this is not, oh, jump on Team OG, I'm not trying to invoke anything. I point out what I see, what my observation is, and you can either agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. I know my version of what happened because I was physically there the entire amount of time this took place. I know what blood was shed against that word. That word was not a positive word. We just, as the Black community, have the wherewithal and the swag to change it into something positive. That does not give you the green light to use it. Me personally, I choose not to use it off of all the people from my ancestors who lost their lives to fight against that word. Now, if you choose to use it, you get a pass because you're Black. You get a pass because you're from that generation, that bloodline who suffered and died because of that word. If you don't know what it's like to actually walk in my shoes, you are not allowed to use that word. Not in my presence, not in the vicinity, not in a text, not ever. And because I choose not to use that word, I'm trying to set an example for other Black people to get that word out of their vocabulary as well.
Our experiences are. But is it safe to say that you don't like Afro-Latino people saying it? Because I felt as though Evelyn saying she was Afro-Latino, it was the past that I can say the N-word.
It was a pass, and here's what I will say to that. I find it very convenient to become Afro-Latina, because she's saying Latino, she's not even using it in the right tense. It's Afro-Latina if you're a female, and it's a Tino if you're a male. Throughout this entire process, I spoke very well Spanish to her, and she doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. She has not once said anything in Spanish in full sentence. I strongly believe if you're gonna rep something, if you're gonna rep a culture, if you're gonna be proud to be whoever you are and whatever you are, you actually know something about your culture. I turned to that lady and I said, in Costa Rica, ¿habla español? And she said no. So I find it very convenient to now being called out on using the N-word. Now you know if I say this, then it makes it okay to this group of people, therefore they're not gonna turn on me.
Right.
It's too convenient. It's way too easy of a scapegoat. And for me, I feel as though anybody who's not black who uses that word feels like you could just put on black today and then tomorrow when you're in front of your white executives, you don't use that word, but when you're with your homies, no. If that's who you truly are, be that 24/7 like I am every single day. Be that complexion and have that experience that I have every day. I think it's convenient and I'm not buying it. You had 8 years, 9 years, however long you've been on the show to talk about that. You never once mentioned Afro anything. But now because you're being pointed out as what you are showing and what I'm observing, it's a problem. In Costa Rica, during that banter, I said, you're not black. What got cut out? Her saying, I don't want to be black. Why did you cut that out?
Oh, that was her response. That was her response?
And I said, yes, you do. I also said, you can stuff as much black boop, in your pussy all you want. It still doesn't make you black. I don't want to be black. Why did that get cut out? Because the narrative was already addressed that, okay, shit, OG just called me out on a very racially charged subject, a very racially charged debate where if we show this is gonna light the whole world on fire.
So how come to all the other girls who obviously are experiencing this and they heard it too, how come they don't come forward? Because I feel like the cast doesn't, at least what I'm seeing, besides Cece and then, you know, Jackie, it seems like the other girls don't see your point of view.
Oh no, how come all the disciples didn't come forward when Jesus was getting hung? You feel me? They want to what? Save their own ass. This is a dog-eat-dog world. Every woman and man for themselves. I am not expecting anybody to stick their neck on the line for me. What I expect people to do is what is asked of you within your scope of your job description and do what's right. And if right is right, wrong is wrong. But not everybody has that same core morale. Okay? Everybody's trying to hold on to what? Their check, their job, their livelihood. You could take every freaking materialistic thing from me today, take my bank account, and I'll still survive. Why? Because there's more to me than money. There's more to me than designer clothes, designer cars. Do I like nice things? Absolutely. I am human and I have my own vices. But what I don't do is stand behind while somebody else pulls a trigger and pretend like I didn't see that bullet come out that gun and kill somebody. I'm an advocate. I'm a person who stands up for what I believe in. I'm somebody who is going to earn a ticket up here, not down here because of money. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep your soul intact.
Shout out to OG for speaking her truth. Y'all, when she said that Evelyn Lozada doesn't speak Spanish, I was done. I was done. She like, how you Afro-Latina, and you don't speak Spanish? Not saying that all Hispanic people speak Spanish, but I'm just saying, you're stressing Afro-Latina, you don't speak Spanish, and the Afro part, you only saying that because you're in trouble for saying the N-word and for being a colorist. You only saying you Afro because you've been saying the N-word and you're a colorist and you're trying to cover it up by saying you Afro-Latina. And I agree with OG on that. Now remember I said that OG's intelligence is probably very intimidating to some people. That's just my opinion. I feel like they don't like that. And she is very smart. I mean, she taught me something that I didn't know. She was talking about the history of colorism as it pertains to money. Check this out.
It's very simple. Colorism. Okay, let's go. We got a quarter. We got a nickel. We got a dime. Bomb. Very notable presidents that were worthy enough to be on a quarter, a nickel, and a dime to be immortalized in all of history. All of them are there. We got a penny. a very notable president, right? Lincoln, who was also known for what? His advocacy of slavery, abolishing slavery, his advocacy of freeing black African slaves and allowing them to live a normal life, his advocacy of making sure they're not considered 1/3 or 3/8 or whatever you wanted to say we were considered as human beings. We were never a whole human being. But if you look closely, he is the only president facing the other direction. So when you ask me a question about colorism, pull out the coins in your pocket and answer that question for yourself. These people were here before I was born.
Right.
Why do they have them facing this way on a silver coin, and this person who was definitely for the people, black people, facing the opposite way? They wanted to make sure in history he went down as a shameful person, having their backs turned to this guy because he was standing up for black rights, allegedly.
And then also the penny is the least most valuable out of all of it.
Valuable.
The least most valuable.
I'm telling y'all, there's so many clips from that interview, like I wish I could just show the whole thing. But no, I want y'all to go to their YouTube channel and watch the full interview. OG talked about a lot. Shout out to OG and shout out to Kendra G. But alright y'all, I'm done with this and I want to know what y'all think. What do you guys think about all of this? Are you here for Steve Harvey moving to Facebook Watch? And what do you think about OG versus Evelyn Lozada? Let me know what you think if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one, alright? Bye.